most non-PG thing I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Who are you and what do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher
I know, I feel like I need a shower.
neurology and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply
211?
those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become
Temple
the
Red
expert
was
on
just for you, buddy.
phrenology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
Thank you, Verachan and Tanari, or Veron74 and Tanari-chan and Pelwave. Thank you for your resubs, guys. Really appreciate that, dudes. Thank you, buds. Awesome. 211 doctorates. How is that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
First head chief researcher. That's lots of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the
Hey,
sake
bossy.
of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
I'm sometimes called a courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the
So
second
rude.
one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels.
This is our first big tip to
This
this,
one
guys.
had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was the question?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Interesting. Why'd you remove my brain and how?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
How am I still talking and walking around?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected
Brain
to
pan.
your brain somehow.
Isn't that from
It
Firefly?
really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it slurped off to, you could
Slurped?
humanically reduce
Word of the day?
yourself again.
I want to get outside. I want to get doing
field
stuff.
emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Is there any way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us. again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing.
Buttload
No,
of
the only
awesomeness.
way to circumvent the field is to have a brain. And we extracted that like we do all the lobotomites here.
Wow, that's not creepy at all. Let's see what we
Dr.
can do.
Mobius. A monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory.
Damn.
And perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us. An eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
You know what? Let's go. I want to get out and I want to start exploring this place. First we're going to loot it, and then we're going to get out of here. I need like 2 or 3 adults now. Yeah, Akelslav donated $3 and he said, I need an adult? And then I said, Tarnium donated $3, says, rings bell. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, look! He's giving her flowers. This must be what's-her-name's room. The formology major. A bunch of sexy sleepwears. Lol. That's great. I'll take all the drain because it doesn't weigh anything. Shame, shame, shame. There we go. Bro visiting bros, right? Today I learned. Uh-oh, wait.
Asked. If
Wait, it's not a red door, which means I can get in without them being pissed. That's kind of weird.
not, we will not hesitate to ask again.
What's in here? These bottle caps. Why do you have a med kit? I mean, we'll take it. That's a good haul, but that's weird. They've got a dino toy. Oh, this is the guy with the pets. Okay. Vodka! There we go. Good. We need that for our girl. We're going to have to try to find all the alcohol we can. I bet it's going to be pretty rough here. Oh.
Flawless execution.
Hey,
One
congrats.
of our finest
Big congrats to our buddy Jace2010. And thank you to Kumru1 for yet another awesome giveaway, man. Thank you for it. Advanced radiation suit. Wonder if there's going to be radiation here. Uh-oh. We're starting to get a lot of Radaway. That's not good. A lot of Mentats. Damn, son. Someone's got a problem. Microfusion cells. We'll take those. We'll leave the rest. Auto caps in pre-war. There we go. MC. Oh, wow. Yeah, I bet, dude. I bet. Damn, 50. Hell yeah. Yeah, MC said that he got to, he went here at level 4. That's rough. That's rough. That's great, Brad. That's awesome. Feral Minded, what's up, man? Hey, Minarik. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for watching, dude. Wouldn't Lisa take the radiation suit? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. Metacute girl in the desert. My VAT said I'd have a 0% chance to hit that. 10 of 10. Such realism. Nice review. That's good. Darier, what's up, man? Necromonger, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
Breaking news. Talking lobotomite arrives in
We're gonna talk to this guy, then we're gonna
Its
go.
purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
Impossible. I think you mean impossible.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
really?
quest? We have to talk with
now
all of them?
the lobotomide is a master of the dictionary arts.
Oh.
What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? No? I do.
Verbology?
And stop the presses. Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob Kotek on your arm? It is. What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my big boy?
How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
Wow, calm down. Just want to ask some questions, bro.
Fine. Ask. All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
What? That doesn't sound impressive. Breaking machines, that is.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Are you sure? I'm a good listener. Got the ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
So they kept confusing your letter with a number. Your name is Dr. Zero?
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am Zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
I don't know. O sounds more impressive.
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having
Thank you,
people
Faceless
recognize
Lurker.
the difference.
Appreciate that,
It's
buddy.
just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
If you wanted to differentiate the O and the O, just put a slash to the zero.
What?
What? Zero. Draw a slash through it.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
No. And that's what makes you truly a zero.
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Well, there's power in zero. It reduces anything multiplied against it to zero.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. I make a zero in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Thought kicking. Hey, TSF Magus, he is adorable. Favorite of my friend. Congrats on your new pup, dude. So Zero, got any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just built it. Amazing, isn't it?
2 scrap electronics and 2 scrap metals added. It certainly is interesting, whatever it once was.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend.
I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Tell me about Mobius and these monsters of his.
That genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters.
Hey,
sure.
Sean. Pain TV, this is Dr. Venture. Yes, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that it's Dr. Venture. A giant robot scorpion?
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Can you tell me about this facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
Big Mountain used to be a mountain, and then it got blown up? When did that happen? Thank you to OPR Striker, Faceless Lurker, and Dr. Fubble. Thank you guys very much for your resubs. Weird. I didn't know that it used to be a mountain. I need more of those worthless caps to test the CIU barter functions.
I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here.
It is
Here
called
you
Big
go.
MT,
Keeps
Big
the place
Mountain.
tidy.
Yeah. Do they explain where the mountain... I don't think the war made the mountain. I don't think. Pip-Boy 216, good show, my friend. Thank you for subbing. Really appreciate it, man.
Until
Thank
our
you,
next
bud.
scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Okay, I think we're done talking to him. Yes, we are. Okay, so I think we only have like 2 people left. Say hello to Dr. Boris carefully and Dr. Klein. Okay, we'll talk to... I mean, we only have 2 left. We'll go ahead and do it. Finish it up.
I can hear your penis-tipped feet tromping around.
Wow.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank has to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
I heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you, asked you some questions.
Oh, yes, the
Like how it's
last
all
visitor.
caps, by the way.
Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak.
Impossible.
What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left us some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Interesting. Okay.
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain.
Planet
I'm
Area.
surprised you have not heard of me.
Hey, Raven.
I am first in my field. First chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
I just realized my computer never restarted. It threatened me twice. And then it just never restarted. Maybe shutting down the update science worked. Or the update stop service. Cool. Who is Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Nuriel, Coden watched a cutscene showing the facility getting blown up. I saw the cutscene when we zoned in Nuriel that showed the facility, but I don't remember it saying how it got to... I probably missed it. Yeah, I probably missed it. These mechanical roboscorpions consume intelligence. Are you certain of your findings?
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying.
Weird.
O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way.
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Why the anti-aggression programming?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors.
Oh.
They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Who are the visitors?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module.
That's where it went.
Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
I love how, like, every so often the eyes, like, zoom right into your face. What is this place?
This is the
Norway
think
Jump,
tank.
thanks for the 8 months, bud.
The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man. And to us.
By the way, guys...
Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science, atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
Pirate Ninja, thanks for your 2 months, man. For anyone that hasn't seen this DLC, there's a lot of talking at the beginning, and we're almost done. And then it's like we go out and explore for a few hours. So there's a lot of talking right now, but we're almost finished up. And yeah, and then it kind of calms down a little bit. To Richie, thanks, man. Thank you very much. I've heard this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
Okay, we're almost done with this guy. I'd like to know about the Forbidden Zone.
That glowing red scar? That laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child?
Whoa.
It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
Hey, Triwar, you think you could add on there that an MGS franchise playthrough is coming afterward? Also, it says Max, not Mad Max. Just a heads up. Can you tell me more about these pylons? Hey, thank you, Flippity Floppity Floopity, Python's Blood and Drive-Thru. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate that, dudes. Thank you. Can you tell me more about these pylons?
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius.
Okay.
Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
Azure Flash says there's a building somewhere that talks about the Commonwealth. I have to be honest, I think this is the only DLC that we're going to 100%. I think we're going to explore every location in this DLC. We haven't on the last few, but this one I think we're going to. This DLC is too good not to put it bluntly. There's so many awesome stories and lore, and so much lore in this DLC. So this is going to kind of prepare us for 4, I'm thinking. I have questions about this brain extraction you all performed.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dalla knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary.
It's horrible.
Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
You said before that Mobius might have my brain?
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Hey, thank you, Poil22. Welcome to our community, buddy. Glad you're having a good time, man. Mojo Gaming, good morning. Mobius set up the Autodoc medical routine, so you think he's responsible for the post-organ dump?
Yes. Always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The Autodoc is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
My brain would know?
It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
Oof. What's this Autodoc surgery code you mentioned?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old Autodoc.
Hey, Bluzo.
Yes. It fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
Ooh. Why would Mobius want my brain?
Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
Robo-scorpions drain intelligence from living creatures. How? Chems?
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Okay. So that's it with this
Yes, a most good
guy.
buy.
Making good progress. We have one other person to talk to, and then we need to do some cleanup dialogue because we're getting some connections to make. And then we'll be all set. We haven't talked to him yet, have we? I think this is our last dude.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will
Bobblehat's right
plague
back to you,
us
bud.
in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Did you just call me an animal?
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis? Scalpels shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such knowledge. I was head of my biology class at American High, you know?
Mostly Harmless 121. Man, this is such a positive community. Dude, we've been building it for 2 years. This entire community is found on positivity and good vibes. Welcome to it, Mostly Harmless. Who are you and what do you do here?
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Wow. You're responsible for cazadors?
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
What makes you think they haven't escaped?